Welcome, and thank you for joining me for this special episode where I will be discussing the beginning of the Civil War. This will include the decisions made leading up to the Civil War, the first shots, as well as some early planning that went on after the first shots. On February 4th, 1861, the 7 states that were the farthest south seceded and formed the Confederate States of America. Abraham Lincoln was inaugurated just a month after, on March 4th, 1861, when Fort Sumter was the most important of the only 2 forts that the Union had control of in the South. Fort Sumter was in Charleston Harbor, South Carolina. As commander of the fort, Major Anderson called upon Lincoln to make a decision when Jefferson Davis and the Confederacy threatened with an attack unless Major Anderson surrendered. Does Lincoln send in the Navy to help hold up the fort, or does he have Major Anderson surrender? This is what President Lincoln had to say. If I send the Navy, I am then responsible for starting violence. If I have Major Anderson surrender to Jefferson Davis and the Confederacy, I would be showing the Confederacy as a nation of power, which would then, in turn, put the Union in danger. The last thing I want to do is put the Union in danger. Because of these reasons, I've decided to only send food for hungry men. At this point, the outcome of this situation now is up to Jefferson Davis of the Confederacy. He decided on war, and we have some footage of him and his army unleashing on Fort Sumter. The first shots were fired on April 12, 1861 at 4:30 a.m. The citizens of Charleston were so happy and excited that they were cheering as if it were a celebration. 4,000 rounds were fired at Fort Sumter that day. Despite all these rounds fired at the fort from Jefferson Davis and his troops, Major Anderson tried to stay strong for as long as he could. And as you can see here, the fort took quite a beating. And here, as you can see, parts of the fort just falling off from all the damage. And here, as parts of the fort just smolder. And it is quite clear why Major Anderson had to surrender. Now that the Civil War was underway, Lincoln started planning. Here's him speaking about the subject. As most know, I have asked that 75,000 people volunteer to be in our Union Army, serving for 3 months. As a result, on April 17th, Virginia seceded, which is not good for the Union. Also, in May, Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina all seceded. We did, though, gain West Virginia, as they are anti-slavery. The good news is, we have the advantage over the Confederacy in many ways. We have more power for fighting, we have more factories, we have better food production, and we also have better railroad systems. I've created a military plan which consists of 3 parts. For one, we will blockade southern ports with the Union Navy. This will prevent them from selling crops, such as their cotton, and it will also prevent them from being able to receive goods. We will also split the Confederacy in 2 by having boats and armies on the Mississippi River. We will then take to Richmond, Virginia, the capital of the Confederacy. This is Jonathan Posey, and I would like to thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you soon again here on Justice Television.